What's up, YouTube? Clutch and Chingus. This is a little series that I just thought of. I feel like I can only do 2 parts though. I doubt I can really think of anything that would go into like a 3rd video. But this is about my TV show pet peeves. Number 1, talking your way out of tough situations. Or characters talking their way out of tough situations. I don't know how many people have seen The 100. The main character's name is Clark. In the first 2 seasons, okay, so they come from space. There's gonna be major spoilers, by the way. If you care about the show, don't watch this until later, maybe. Or if you don't care, keep listening. So, of course, the world comes to an end, or they thought the world came to an end. So, much of, I guess you could say, the remaining humans are living in space. They start to run out of food, I'm assuming water, oxygen. So what they do is, anybody that's pretty much like a criminal, or any type of delinquent, whatever, there's different levels to it. Like there's killing people, they will float them into space, because of course you don't want murderers on the ship. But I think at some point they start to run out of resources to where they started floating people for anything. There's a character that gets floated. One of the characters, I guess you could say one of the main characters in the show. There's actually 2 of them, they're brother and sister. Their mom actually got floated because she had an extra kid. Because of course you keep having kids, and it's like less and less water, food, and oxygen. You having kids, like it's like, hey fam, like we running out of even more shit. Yeah, that's just another hit. That person's just gonna grow up and just eat more food as they get older, and we're just gonna fucking die in space. Like, oh, I guess that's the last meal right there. I guess it's over. So what they do is, instead of floating, I guess they had a bunch of, I guess you can call them like juvenile delinquents, like teenagers that were doing stupid shit. So what they did is they were like, we gotta see if Earth is inhabitable. So they send them down. I'm pretty much telling the whole show and shit. My bad. They pretty much send them down to Earth to see if they can survive on Earth, like if Earth is inhabitable. And they bump into people that have been living on Earth the whole time. Don't ask me how. I don't really ask all that. They're pretty much like savage people, because they've everything's been wiped out pretty much. It's just that trees, vegetation, forests, I guess some animals. There aren't as many animals as they should be, I feel like they should. But they somehow, I don't even know where they get their meat from, to be honest. It's like, you don't see any animals, but somehow there's food like that. But it's not like they're vegetarians. Be real, I don't think I've seen many fat characters though, so I guess I can say that. But yeah, to the show. So of course they bump heads with this tree crew, this savage people. They don't really talk the same way, civilized people do. So if you have somebody that kills one of their people, you would think like, oh, that guy killed our guy, we're gonna kill him. Or if y'all won't let us kill him, we're gonna kill all of y'all. We're pretty much gonna go to war and fuck y'all up. So the first 2 seasons, I think they talked themselves out of being killed so much to savage people. By the way, they talked themselves out of being murdered so much the first 2 seasons that I was getting pretty annoyed. Like I was thinking about not watching it, but I was kind of like 2 seasons in. But then at some point, it's like balance was restored. Like people started to actually get fucking popped. Like people was getting murked, as some people would say. But yeah, shows that whole talking themselves out of situations all the time, that really annoys me. Like I want to see some consequences. I want to see somebody die, goddammit. So that's number 1. Number 2, sparing enemies because of morals. This is another The 100 problem right here. Feels like I'm just bashing one show at this point. In the show, of course they were sent down there to Earth because they were delinquents, but of course they weren't murderers though. They were just like, oh, I stole extra food or something stupid. It was always something stupid. But they have this high sense of morality that really bothers me. You would think after being in situations, dangerous situations, pretty often. They would, their enemies, they wouldn't really show any mercy. Like, oh shoot, this dude's a threat to us. We kind of need to clap him. Unless, maybe if there's a situation where, if we kill this guy, he has an army of people behind him. Kind of like what happened in The Walking Dead. Like they took out an outpost and Negan was on their ass, which led to Glenn being beating the ground beef. But yeah, shows, they just have just do goody ass. Like at some point you would think being in danger so often, you're not gonna show any mercy anymore. If these dudes are a threat, you're gonna take them out, which what happens in The Walking Dead. And what leads to consequences. Well, sometimes it doesn't lead to consequences. Sometimes there were times where it was the right thing to do to save themselves, for survival. But yeah, so that's number 2. All right, number three is shows that go on forever. Like The Walking Dead. I actually want to catch up on The Walking Dead, but it just keeps going, and I don't even know if it's like I stopped the show for a reason. It wasn't just like fatigue, because I used to watch Walking Dead pretty late. Like I would let like a whole season pass, and then while the next season's airing, I start watching the previous season. And by the time I'm done with that, the newer season is on Netflix. And this is another thing that affects me. No matter how great a show is, if you recommend the show to me that has too many episodes, not too many episodes, too many damn seasons, I don't care how great it is, I might not even watch it, like just off the rip. Or like in anime, in the case of anime, shows that have a bunch of filler, like Naruto, if I have to study to find out like what I'm gonna watch on that, then it's just I can't do it. But yeah, number 3, shows that go on forever. I think I said Supernatural. What I said, The Walking Dead. Those are 2 shows I can't do. My show, I would say a sweet spot for me is like 5 seasons. Number 4 is kind of unfortunate, or it's to create something better, I would say. So it's kind of a pet peeve depending on the show, especially movies. But I feel like it's, it makes sense sometimes. And this isn't a super big pet peeve of mine. But number 4 is recasting characters. For anybody that's ever seen, this back to the 100. Okay, so the captain of the spaceship where they're floating people, the captain's name or whatever they call him, I forgot what they called him, but his name's Jaha. He actually has a son. I can't remember why he got sent down. I can't remember what he did, or if he's supposed to be like the goody 2-shoes dude that was supposed to report up to them to make sure that they were able to, live on Earth. But his character was, actually this is a bad example because he was actually killed off in the show, but he was killed off super early. You could tell like he had something to offer to the show, but you could tell he was killed off for like some crazy reason. But I think the reason is the 100s is within the CW network, and this same dude was actually cast in Riverdale as Mad Dog. Shout out to Riverdale, pretty good show. It could be, people call it trash. I love it. I don't give a fuck. It is stupid at times, but I love that shit, man. Yeah, he was actually cast in that. Or I think another one is, this one's actually weird, and I guess it doesn't bother me too. I've gotten used to it at this point. But Riverdale, they actually had the dude that was in 13 Reasons Why. The dude that was, I think he played football. I think Zach. He played football, and I think season 2 we find out the dude had a fucking romance with Hannah. We never knew about the shit until it at the damn court dates. But he was actually in Riverdale, and then he got replaced. But I've grown used to the dude now. And what other show is there? I think in The Walking Dead, the dude that played Dr. Dre on Straight Outta Compton, I didn't even know that was him, by the way, bro. That makeup and them fake ass dread, I hate his dreadlocks, the way they look, but the fake dreadlocks made him look so different to me. But yeah, he was actually recast. I don't know exactly what happened to him in the show. I'm assuming they just made it seem like he just died, like they implied that he died. He was put off. That's not really a cast. These are all bad examples, by the way. Hit that like button. But yeah, recasting characters, I don't really like it. People, here's a good example. The Fast and the Furious franchise. I'm pretty sure people make fun of it. It's a meme at this point. It's going on forever. If it went to Fast and Furious 12, if they were like, oh, we're gonna throw, I think it's supposed to go 10 movies. If they were like, we're gonna do 2 more Fast and Furious movies, but we're not gonna have Vin Diesel in it. He's gonna be recast. I ain't watching that shit. I would watch 2 more movies of Fast and the Furious, but if they just start recasting Vin Diesel, fucking Luda, Tyrese in the show, The Rock, I'm not watching that shit. That's a better example right there. So that's number 4, recasting characters. Number 5 for me is when the stakes are fake high. I feel like Dragon Ball Z is a big perpetrator in this one. Dragon Ball Goku. Growing up watching Dragon Ball Z, this is my first anime really. I thought, Goku was awesome. He's a lovable, pure-hearted dude. But when the stakes are high, like when the world's in danger, or his friends getting fucked up, he comes in and he seems serious. Dragon Ball Super. Did I say Dragon Ball Z's the perpetrator? I meant Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super is like stakes that are fake high to me. I would say I seen a little bit of the Goku Black thing. That one seemed pretty crazy because he was really trying to get rid of their ass. But the Tournament of Power, let's be real, that shit was just to showcase them fighting. Like it was just a reason to fight. The reason I don't like Goku in Dragon Ball Super is because he's pure-hearted. We all know this, but he just fights for, like, there's dudes that'll threaten their existence, and he just seems like he just wants to fight like it's a fun sparring match. I don't like that shit, which makes, I feel like people like Vegeta more. Well, I wouldn't say people like, I like Vegeta more, and people have tried to convince me of this before, but Vegeta, even though they always make Goku the savior in the end, he's always the person that finishes the person off. Vegeta seems like he's more, like he doesn't play around with people anymore. Like in I think was it the Resurrection of F, the Frieza movie, when he became Gold Frieza. Vegeta was trying to get rid of Frieza ass. Goku got caught slipping, playing around. Frieza was like, I'm not playing around. He started getting in Frieza ass, and then of course Goku, I forgot what happened. I think Goku took something, like he's supposed to let Vegeta fight Frieza. Like he jumped in and pretty much took it, and of course saves the day at the end, which gets kind of annoying. But it seems like there's fake high stakes. The Tournament of Power was supposed to be your universe gets destroyed, I guess, or whoever wins the tournament can save their universe. I think every other universe will get destroyed. I can't remember how it was, but honestly, it was just a reason for Goku to fight. That's what it was. He just looks at everything as like a friendly sparring match, even if the fate of the universe is on the line and shit. I hate that shit. Dragon Ball Z, Goku liked fighting, but it was like when he was training. When Goku fought Raditz, that became serious because Raditz made it serious. When he came back from King Kai's place with Vegeta and Nappa, he wasn't smiling. He came back, he was like, damn, my friend's all fucked up. My boy Piccolo eyes blink white, you know what that shit mean? It's a joke I make with my friends, by the way. Every time Piccolo gets fucked up, his eyes go blank. That shit is hilarious to me. Like if he gets punched in the gut real hard, it's usually in Dragon Ball Z, but if he gets punched in the gut real hard, like his eyes go blank white, that shit is hilarious. But yeah, we got Piccolo laid out, got his ass fucked up by Nappa. I think Tien was dead, right? I think Tien was missing an arm. Was he dead? I know Chaozu was dead. Krillin was fucked up. Gohan was fucked up. He came in serious. He fought from that point on to save the world. So they go on the Namek without him. He's training. He comes later. I forgot. I think he was still recovering, I guess. So he takes the spaceship to Capsule Corp spaceship, by the way. Takes that shit to Namek. By the time he get there, they getting their ass whooped by Ginyu Squad. He showed up, no smiles. I think the most smiling he did was when he smiled and gave Krillin and like Gohan a sensu bean. It was like, you guys did great. Even though they didn't really, they just got that ass clapped. Vegeta too got that work. But when he fought them, like he wasn't playing around. Like he had like a face like it was serious business. when he popped out of the fucking regeneration chamber or whatever they called that thing, while Frieza was giving him the works, he burst out of that bad boy, showed up on the scene, no smiling, except for Gohan. You did a good job, but nah, he got that ass work too, and Vegeta and Piccolo. I can't remember who else. Krillin too. All of them was getting that work. But you know, he come in pure-hearted dude. He said, you doing good. Even if you're not doing good, you're doing good in my book. Shows up, fights Frieza, no jokes. I think the most smirking he did when he fought Frieza was, he might have smiled a little bit when he first started fighting Frieza, which forced Frieza to transform. But when he went Super Saiyan, when he knew that he pretty much was beating Frieza's ass, then he smirked a little bit, like he was playing with Frieza at one point. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z, or when he came back from after Trunks killed Frieza and King Code, he was smiling, but he was seeing his friends. It wasn't anything serious going on. And I think he was smiling while he was fighting Cell, but I think he was fighting because it was kind of set up like a friendly sparring match that was gonna end the world, which is funny. That's the only time I'll admit that shit's kind of funny. It was stupid because Cell set up the tournament. He had the little tournament stage set up and everything, so they were fighting and they were having fun. But it became serious again when Cell's like, alright, I ain't playing no more, I'm finna fuck this place up. Boo too. But Tournament of Power was like, they just needed a reason to fight. It didn't really feel like nothing was really on the line. But yeah, this episode went on crazy long. That's number 5, and that's it for episode 1. Hit that like, subscribe, comment, let me know maybe what I should talk about in the next video. Or if I get enough ideas, I might make part 2 and 3. I don't know. Peace.